it's one of those albums that you can sleep to, and not in the sense of, oh, it's boring, so you are sleeping because it's boring. No, but in the sense that it just feels like homey. It feels like it's welcoming you. It feels like it's calm. Like, hi guys, welcome to TJ's View, and it's nice to have you guys back. So on this channel, we do social commentary, but today we decided to do something different. I mean, we're celebrating the ending of the year, so why not, you know? And also, if you like my vibe, check around, see what you like, see what you don't like. Please support the channel, and also we're getting into today's video real quickly actually. So before we continue on the video today, say hi to San, guys. San is going to be helping us with today's video. Is the stand for my mic. Isn't San cute? Anyways, um I tried to check my demographic for the first time ever, and what I saw really shocked me. So hi USA, hi UK, hi South Africa, hi Nigeria, and hi Germany, which was really shocking. Ish Livedi. Anyways, so thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you so much for watching, liking, interacting with the channel, and your engagement is like really important to me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I decided that we should do this music review thing before, before the end of the year. So let's say the middle of next year, middle of January next year. You guys get what I'm saying. So let's get right into it. Um, we're going to be reviewing Tiwa Savage today, and I expect you guys to know who Tiwa Savage is. But then, since my audience is a bit diverse, I guess you might not know. Tiwa Savage is a Nigerian musician, and before she became a Nigerian musician, she worked in the music industry in the USA as a songwriter, and she also auditioned for some reality TV shows, like some vocal things. I don't know the name of the shows, anyways, but like she's actually had a great career. And apart from that, as a Nigerian like singer, she's one of the biggest like Afrobeat female singers ever, even Afrobeat singer ever. Like she's killing it. Like good. She's really good at what she does. Her vocals are, mwah. I mean, you guys are going to hear anyways. She's really good, and she's been a pioneer in like the boldness. She's, made it okay to be bold as a female in the Nigerian industry. She's made it okay for you to just be out and proud of yourself, and comfortable with yourself. And also the old ageism thing where people ask like if you are above like 25 you cannot succeed anymore, whatever. Like she beats that shit. Like I cuss? Anyways, she's killing it. Anyways, she's a great artist. Check her out. If you check her out. Anyways, we're going to get into many things, but we're not really going to be going deep into like who Savage is as a person, because you guys know I don't like talking about people because I don't want trouble. And also like human beings are not content. If you get what I'm saying, like which I feel like an hypocrite saying that doing this.
This is no why we're here.
But it's about the album, it's not about so let's get into it. So Savage dropped an album this year called This One Is Personal. And was it personal? If you've had the album, let me know. And if you didn't know she dropped an album, me too. I did not know. I mean, I was hearing I had the single You For Me,
Looking like you're ready, can you handle that?
but like I did not know it was part of a body of work at all. Like I did not know she dropped an album. It was necessary to do the research to start this series that I actually found out that Tiwa Savage, as in the Queen Tiwa, dropped an album, and I'm like, how come nobody told me? And I listened, and yeah, my thoughts. But before that, 1 minute silence for that are going to be featured in today's video. Oh, and also greetings for the season. It's going to be Christmas tomorrow, so Merry Christmas to those of you that celebrate, and Happy New Year's in advance. And this video might come out by New Year's or after New Year's, I don't know. Anyways, but if you don't celebrate, you are not No worries. Compliments of the season and greetings of the season. Happy holidays. Anyways, so let's get right into Tiwa Savage's album. You see you a savage, yeah. Guys, I cannot sing. I can't actually. I'm a singer. I'm walking lead because I'm a singer. Anyways, so I'm not wearing my glasses, so I have to enlarge this thing like crazy. Like, oh, like, look at it. So, anyways, so the name of the album, as I said, is This One is Personal, and the album was released on August 29th, 2025. So, This One is Personal came during a reflective and transitional phase of Tiwa's career. It came 5 years after our last album, Cecilia, which came out in 2020, marking one of the longest gaps between major studio projects in her discography. So, this era is a vulnerable, mature, and introspective era, and the album actually shows all of this. So, is that spoiler? Anyways, so what is happening currently in her career? Things have mostly been quiet. I mean, we before like, but things have been quiet for like the past 2 years. But this year was actually pretty loud in Tiwa's case. Apart from the album, actually, because I genuinely didn't even know she dropped an album, as I said. What has been loud is the well, I say the cultural controversies. Like she's getting flames for the Tyler thing. So which I mean I'm not a pop commentary, so I don't want to say whether she did the right thing or she did the wrong thing. Guys, I'm not Switzerland, I'm more like neutral, but like I guess I'll say my mind. But anyway, sure. I genuinely just feel like to each their own, and I mean, I'm not going to add to her flames. She already got a lot of flames for that. So, anyways, and also she's been very open about her personal life and her messy relationships and everything that's been going on. And she also had like a performance at the King's coronation, like I think 2 years back, which was like really, really like, it added quite an impact to her career, I guess, like globally, because she's already like really big in Nigeria and Africa. So, like, but anyway, she really killed that performance. Her vocals were like smooth and sweet. Anyways, so I guess Tua's name has been in the media because people have been talking about her like constantly, constantly, constantly. And yeah, she's been okay. Like she's not like faded into irrelevance, if you get what I'm saying. She's not done that. So let's get into the cultural expectations for the album. Nigerian fans expected like normal old Afrobeat, vibe from the album to like just dance and party and chai and stuff, and just maybe a little bit of soul, but like not too much. Mostly just wanted to dance. And international fans were expecting, the more soulful vibes, the more calm vibes. I guess because she was already even saying before the album dropped that, because I saw some interviews of her saying that this album coming out was going to be more, soft. And I guess Nigerian fans are not getting the memo. I mean, some did, many weren't, if you get what I'm saying. But like, guys, I'm not shitting on Nigerian fans. Please, I'm a Nigerian fan, so like, I'm not shitting on us. So, like, okay, so let's get into the musical growth. So, it feels like she was doing, it felt like she was doing what she loved on this album. This album genuinely felt like something that she wanted to do. It felt like a message she wanted to put out there. It felt like are just being expressive. Like it felt like she was not trying to like please anybody. It felt like she was just doing what she wanted to do, if you get what I'm saying. And okay, you know what? Let me just jump into the review of the album itself, song by song, and then we're going to go into talking about the other things surrounding the album. If you get what I'm saying. Before we do that, let's talk about the executive producer for the album. We have Tiwa Savage, Vanessa Amadi Ogbona, and Mistro Sugar. Those were the executive producers of the album. And Tiwa also wrote most of the songs on the album. She participated in the writing of every single track on the album, which I was like amazed by. Like that's a lot of work. Songwriting is not for the weak, guys. It's not easy, and like she killed it lyricism. Like lyrically, it was good. Lyricism was really great. But let's talk about. I said we should talk about the album. I should stop, jumping. So The album was introduced to us with I'm Done.
Every time I feel like I found the one, they always let me down.
And yo, guys, hey, it was written by Tiwa, Savage, and GC2, and it was produced by KMKC. And when I had the first, oh Lord, when she eats that,
Oh, I'm down.
sorry, that's not what she did, but like you guys get it now. Listen to it and let me know. Like when she did that run. When I had the intro, the bam, and then the runs, I was like, hey, hey, pour me cold water. I'm sad. I'm sad.
I should've known you was a shit when you fuck another woman.
I'm sad for this. Like I am sad for this. The vocals, the art, the rawness, the pain. Hey, the range, the backing vocals. Everything was just totoring me. Was just hitting the right places. Like ta 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 ta. Like 100. Hey, oh my, that song was good. Listen, and let me know what you think. In fact, first song of the album, and I already know that this was going to be fire. Like I already knew that. Ha! Whatever I'm about to hear is going to change my ears, and it did. It did. It blessed my ears. Guys, you already know that I don't like gas synths. Or if I don't like it, I'm going to say I don't like it. You already know that. But genuinely, I like this. Oh, mm. I mean, for some my favorite music genre, I guess outside like, will I say like K-pop and stuff, which saying K-pop for some of you already automatically disqualifies me from having a solid music taste. But genuinely, K-pop is good. It's good music. Anyways, I really love soul. Like I've been into soul these days, listening to like Amy Winehouse, like Back to Black. Oh Lord, I didn't know Shotuna sang it, guys. I'm very culturally like unprepared. I did not know Amy Winehouse was that sang that song, and when I heard it, I was like, yo, good. Are we digressing? We are. Anyways, I'm also listening to like Whitney Houston a little bit more, and it's like I really love soul. So like this album was actually like a bit more R&B soul vibe, and yo, it was good. Anyways, I'm Done was really good. The harmonies, the strip backed like piano to let the vocals do all the emotional lifting. The like it was purely R&B. Like something I know Tiwa Savage have actually always wanted to do because Tiwa has talked about her love for R&B constantly. She's talked about how R&B has always been her first love and that's what she wanted to do, but she had to change sounds when she came to Nigeria because come on, like Nigerians don't really fuck with R&B that much. Some do, but it's not for the mainstream. If you get what I'm saying. I mean, now they do actually because look at people like Thames popping out and all of those things. So like, I guess Nigerians are growing to be able to encourage a more diverse music. But like, it's still Thames is more like an exception, not the rule. If you get what I'm saying. I love Thames. Please, I love Thames. Oh, we are reviewing Thames EP. Just dropping dirt. Anyways. So as I said, we are going to review Thames EP also. So don't worry, guys. But let's just rush through this, I guess, or go through it carefully. I don't know, whatever. So I was moved, ready, and signed in for the album just from the intro alone, and it really felt personal. You know, the lyrics were also really great. Really just telling you everything you need to know about why she's done and stuff like that, basically. Then we have the second track, Angel Dust, written by Tiwa and Donnell, produced by TSB and Kofo.
Feeling was made for us, made for us.
So this felt like a continuation, like the little auto-tune effect matched the song so much and so well and elevated the emotions. I am continually pleasantly surprised because actually I wrote my list as I was listening to the songs, as in I was listening to the track and writing what I felt immediately. So guys, you're getting like raw, honest thoughts, like first reaction things, kind of vibe. Even though you cannot watch me listen to the album right now because YouTube is YouTube, copyright. If not, then we for the do them together. Anyways, so cause I was constantly like pleasantly surprised. I loved the track, the reverb, the instrumentals, giving each other time to like breathe and shine.
Appetite get higher when I'm on the loose. Better stay away or else I'm on to you.
And it's like it was all like chef's kiss. Like I like the lyrics also. Like reading this line outside the song Bindu Choco, like I read like I because I actually okay, let me tell you how I did this. I listened to the album, wrote my thoughts immediately as I was listening. Then when I was done, I went to look at all the lyrics one by one. So which is why like I tell you how I feel about the album, the song first, and then how I felt about the lyrics comes like second, if you get what I'm saying, because I did it afterwards. Are you getting? Let me know if you guys like the format. Anyways, so when I was listening to the lyrics, I mean, I was listening to the song when I listened to the lyrics, so like it was, I was able to focus on them more, and then I was also able to find like really funny lines, like this particular one. Maybe we can do this thing with this question. Tell me, can you undo my bumps with suspension?
Maybe we can do this thing with this fashion. Tell me, can you handle my bumps with
And I'm like, Auntie Tiwa, Auntie Tiwa, what are we handling with suspension? Hmm. Anyways, so then the third track was You For Me, written by Bob Robinson, Donnell, Josiah Bassi, Lionel Richie, Ronald Lee Proud, Mr. Sugar, Misai, Tamir, Samia, Tim Kelly, and Tiwa. Whew, guys, that was a mouthful. And produced by Maestro Sugar. The reason why the list for that is actually really long is because of um the song used a sample. It sampled Tamiya's So Into You, which was released in 1998, and that's why like the credit is so long, basically, because they had to give credit to all the people that wrote that song also.
it's only you for me, you for me.
So the intro was really lovely. It was groovy and it just fits right into like in continuity, like it's matched the album vibe. Like I bobbed into it, like I reminisced. The vocals are driving me crazy.
Oh, I'm into
The male vocals coming in, adding texture. Oh, whatever I really love, I got the la literal means whoever shakes the the backside, well, it's going to receive the dose. Anyways, like I really loved it. And actually, like that actually felt like Day's voice. I don't know, guys. I mean, it was not on the credit, so I don't think he did it. But guys, if you guys know, let me know.
my recoil, just like magic, drive me loco, automatic.
So yeah, and the lyrics were actually also really fun to read. Like it was really good, all in all. And it was one of the lead tracks for the album, so it was really, really nice. Like I liked it. It was the only song I had prior to listening to the whole album.
Down to do what you really want to. Champagne with a little fun. Yeah.
Because I had it when it came out. It was a single. I just didn't know that it came with a body of work. So then we have On the Low featuring Skepta, written by Tiwa Skepta and Donnell and Maestro Sugar, and produced by Rhymes and Maestro Sugar. Oh, also before I go on, You For Me's music video was really good. It was just okay. Like it was nothing groundbreaking. It had like elements of nature in it, like water, fire, and it was just groovy and fun. And she really looked good in the music video, but it was not like groundbreaking. But it didn't distract from the theme of the song, so I guess it did the work. And also On the Low, like as a visualizer, and I really liked the intro to the visualizer. Like it gave a kind of like a behind the scene kind of situation leading to the visualizer itself, then the lyrics underneath, and it was just really fun. Like it had like a nice color grading thing, and
Yeah, you wanna link on the low, link between the sheets on the low.
I really liked how the visuals looked. And it was also very, very simple. Like Skepta giving you the ad verses and then Tiwa just being the cool like singer and the video vixen and shit. It was really fun. Anyways, guys, check it out. So it was the right verse. That's all I can say. Like the feature and the vibe, like it gave us a break from Tiwa's voice. Like just Skepta started the song, right? So we've been listening to Tiwa continuously for 3 tracks. So yeah, in Skepta's voice, like it was like, oh, a break in transmission, and that just refocused you, like refocus. And his verse was so good. Like he actually flowed well. He eat it up, and then Tiwa just came without her vocals. Hey, I was already missing the vocals, and she just came and returned it. And that it was slick, like like butter, like oh guys, I cannot describe it.
And if they asking about we, I don't know. Turn nothing to something.
Like he was yummy. Anyways, I'm not talking about songs and vocals and equating it to food is like, but genuinely, guys, it was good. So the vocal runs like reminded me of our earlier tracks, like our earlier tracks, as in when she first started with like Eminado and the rest. Like those kind of what the vocal runs reminded me of. And the lyrics were like really flirty, like they were flirting with each other. Like I really liked the playfulness of it basically. And it was really fun. Like it's one of my favorite tracks on the album. And you for me also. I mean, I'll tell you my favorites, obviously. And the one I liked the least because controversy, So then we have Holding It Down, written by Tiwa and Donnell, Maestro Sugar, produced by AOD, Felix Joseph, and Maestro Sugar. So one thing to keep in mind through this album is that Tiwa's voice never like disappoints.
Cold, but I still gotta make it sexy.
Or more, it sounds just right. Velvety, the background vocals just like make the track settle.
Brimstone fire, we ignited.
It reminds me of Brandy, with like Brandy the singer, with like the vocal layering, and the instrumentals also weren't a mess. Like it was just perfect, like it matched well. Like they relax and add just like enough kick and punch as needed for like the track. And the lyrics are given like I'm down bad for you, like I'm shamelessly begging for your love and for your attention. Like give it to me.
Telling me that you want me sound excited.
I'm shameless. That's what it was given. And then we have 10%, written by Tiwa and Kazez and produced by Kraka Malo and Emeka Iyo.
Phone on 10%. That's when he sent a text. Left my session.
So it had like 30 seconds of just like instrumentals and Tiwa kicking in with her deep vocals blew me right off the bat, like blew my mind right off the bat, because we already used to her like singing more on this like higher tone through the song, like through the other songs, and like her coming in like almost immediately, or like giving us a vocal run, like or just something, and then we just had instrumental playing for like 30 seconds, and I'm like, is she coming? Is she not coming? Is this just like a like interlude situation thing? But no, and she just came in with the vocals, and I was like, and then it was even deep, like it was giving my phone on 10%. Oh, guys, I'm fangirling. Anyways,
Get. Put the phone on D&D. You wanna match energy.
anyways. So it had a little bit of jazz and the instrumentals, and I loved it down. The song mostly gave the instrumental time to like steal the show. Definitely somewhat of a filler, but a much needed one.
On my way with my phone on 10%. Phone on 10%.
The lyrics are given tell it all with no innuendos. Like it's direct. And when I read the story behind the song, like it even made it more fun because it was basically the story behind the track is basically, you know, she's going up to see this dude and her phone is on 10%. So like she's scared that by the time she gets to his place, like the phone would die, Like the phone would have died. She wouldn't be able to call him and she would have to maybe shout, like, come and open the door for me or something kind of situation. Guys, check the interviews for the project, read like the genius articles and whatever, like just check it out, like it's really good. Anyways, I really like the song. Then we have Twisted. Can't say so much for this. Anyways, it was written by Tiwa and Donnell also and produced by Zone and Gabriel Eric Augustine.
I'm a savage. I never been average.
This wasn't much my taste. I still think the production was interesting and the second verse changed my mind, but like that was the most interesting part to me.
But if you ever leave me solo, somebody else will watch me.
Second verse like area, and the change in melody and vocal production there was my favorite, like because I didn't really like the intro much, and then it changed later on, like as the song goes on, the it changes up, and like I became more interested in it. But like if I just clicked up after, I mean, I'm not one of the people that skip through albums. I listen and I listen right. But like if I were a skipper, I would have skipped it like genuinely. So it also had one of my favorite outros on the album, and the lyrics are given like my man. I love toxic, as in we fight, then we do better, like as in angry sex kind of situation. And according to her, the outbreak from I'm done was so bad she showed the next guy Shege that she was even pitying him, and that's why she wrote the song. If you get what I'm saying. So, and I guess the toxicity also a little bit into why I did not really like the track that much, because guys, like the only time I want to read about toxicity is in a manual. I don't really like toxicness. Like, Come from someone that wrote a song titled I'm Toxic. Like, should I be saying this? Guys, I'm actually toxic. Like, very toxic, but that's story for another day. Anyways, I'm not proud of it. Just letting you know. So let's move on. Scared of Love. It was written by Tiwa and Lavoy. Lavoy. Pronounce it. And produced by Giat and Jude. It reminds me of modern R&B.
But it's now or never. If we wanna forever.
In fact, it is like it is literally modern R&B. The vocals was against all the show. It's reverberated. It was silky and almost like sweet, like honey gliding on your ears without discomfort. That's actually what I wrote because that's how I felt listening to it.
Scared of love, scared of messing up, scared it's not.
The lyrics are like, we're scared, we might mess up, but let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this love thing. And Pray No More, written by Tiwa, Josiah Bazi, Kenneth Wright, Max Moore, and Jesmiel Damina, produced by Josiah Bazi and Kenneth Wright. The transition felt like non-existent. Like I did not even notice that Scared of Love was like done and it was already inside Pray No More. Like it's moved like smoothly. As in the transition was like more smooth. And that's what you want from a body of work. That is what you want from a body of work. Smooth transition. Smooth transition. Are you listening to me? Somebody, are you listening? Yo, I'm going to review. Actually, anyways, so the transition felt non-existent. I almost didn't notice the song changed.
Everything's tranquil. It's the right mood and the place.
If not for like the vocal change, and it fits right into the album. Also, like the album was really cohesive, like sonical wise. It was a message promising your lover you're everything they desire, so they don't need prayers or requests. You got them basically.
There's no need to wonder. You were made for.
She was assuring, and the vocals felt a little seductive, like it was giving seducing. And the lyrics are like, I'm the answer to everything you want. I'm your ride or die. I'm not about to ride or die, but like that's what it was giving, Sha. And it was really fun to listen to. Then we have Addicted featuring Taves, and this was written by Tiwa, Taves, and Kazed, and produced by Krakamalo and Emeka Io. This felt right, like Lover Girl, Yearning. It fits right in sound wise, lyrically, and production wise also.
Keep a secret. Already know the code, I'll zip it.
Would have loved to hear a bit of the feature longer,
I'm calling on your phone, baby. You should pull up. Just me and you alone.
and the lyrics are just like I'm down bad, just like the rest. And she said it's the sister of On the Low, so it just makes so much sense. Like On the Low, one of the songs I reviewed earlier.
Addicted to your mind. Addicted to the way you are.
And honestly, like I wanted to hear will I say the feature a bit more on the track.
They don't need to know when moonlight comes. I need love to know.
I guess because I was already like too used to Tiwa at that point. Like I was used to hearing her voice. I wanted to like hear a little bit of more. And also Tave's verse was really fun. It was interesting. No, I'm not saying Tiwa is boring no, because she isn't. She isn't. But I think the album has like 15 tracks or 17 or I wrote down the number, but we'll get to it later. I beg. So like I knew that I was going to hear more of Tiwa anyways, which I really wanted to hear more. So I guess like every time I had the feature, it felt like a little bit of like a little bit of dynamics. And come on, like I'm an engineering student, I love dynamics. I don't, I genuinely don't. It's hard. Anyways, so we have this one is personal interlude written by Tiwa Tyson Sonwa and Maestro Sugar and produced by Maestro Sugar.
Why you so intimidated?
So this was an interlude, so instrumental heavy, but the little vocals added gave it like shine and balance. And the lyrics are like, I'm that bad B, how dare you follow me?
I made you who you are, gave you all I had.
I made you. Who the hell do you think you are? How can you do this bad girl daddy? Like according to her, like it's that energy of when you're like talking to your friends after like a breakup and they're hyping you up, like how can you do that to you kind of situation. So that's what the song felt like, and it was really fun to listen to genuinely like
Ever love me?
I really love that vocals. Like she was giving vocal perfection on the album. I mean, she's always been a vocal queen, but like this just felt like a different level, which is really good. Like it just shows that as an artist, there are certain artists that no matter how long their career has been, they always have something to deliver. They always have something for you to listen to. They always have something to draw you back into their music. That's what it felt like. Then we have Will I Run Again, written by Tiwa and Lulu and produced by Magic Sticks and Olushola Olasupo. The interlude introduced a little change. Like this was like vibey. Like the interlude was, it introduced a little change in the tempo of the album. So when this track entered, it was like a bit more vibey, and I think it had the first Yoruba lyrics I had, like in the song.
It said you gon' look good for me to leave you.
I mean, apart from You For Me, where the um male vocals was doing Matobari Dilamagadala, this was like the first time I had to myself like use Yoruba lyrics. I think
Said we're about to grow old, you're feeling distant.
I'm not so sure. Maybe I'm capping. Guys, don't come after me. Check and confirm yourself. I'm not. My words are not the Bible. Anyways, um, the instrumental used different instruments and it blended them right. Like there was so much instruments like used and everything just like fits right in. Like I could not name every single instrument and I really wanted to, but I guess I'm not that gifted. So guys, like if you know, let me know. Genuinely, if you're a music like enthusiastic like me and you actually know what instruments were like those were, please let me know. Like I really would want to know so I can also make use of them. So the lyrics were about like a back and forth relationship and repeating cycles basically. Then we are moving on to For One Night, written by Tiwa and Donnell and produced by TSB.
What doesn't kill you feel make you stronger.
So I loved this and the lyrics harmonization at the end where like was my favorite.
We're drunk in this thing no more. I don't even think it's normal.
And the lyrics are like, I've been played, I'm not dulling again. If you don't pop that question, we are nothing but pencils are big. Like,
When you ask to see me, you just want to repeat.
we're nothing. If you're not asking, we're nothing. But it's also about like wanting more from like a one night situation. Like, that's what it feels like. You like it's kind of like a playful back and forth. Like you want more, but you also don't want to say that you want more because like this one situation it just feels like the best thing, but like it was really good and you want more, but like you also don't, if you get what I'm saying. And like it was just the lyrics were really like just exploring on their own. Anyways, so then we move on to You Are Not the First, You Are Just the Worst. And when I saw the name, I was like, see, like see, written by Tiwa and La Voice, produced by Henry and Jack Sheggs.
Never gave you all anything but love.
Then the first line had me hooked, like the first line of the song had me hooked. It was her telling a story.
Why do the boys I love always
Her voice was like emotional, it carried through. The instrumental like accompanied
take my kindness for weakness? Oh,
just right. Like everything just felt right. Like everything was just giving like done, like cooked. I don't yo guys, I cannot even explain. Like your years are going to be blessed. In fact, like it's one of those albums that you can sleep to, and not in the sense of oh, it's boring, so you are sleeping because it's boring. No, but in the sense that it just feels like homey. It feels like it's welcoming you. It feels like it's calm. Like it's relaxing you. It's one of those albums that yo, I'll tell you. Just let's go on. Let's go on. Don't let me jump. Don't let me jump around. Anyways, so like the first line had me hooked. It was her telling a story. Our voice was emotional, like it's carried through, like it's rang true, it resonated true. Like the instrumental, like accompanied just right. It's carried the mood, like the little choir, like oh ho ho in the background, like the harmonies, everything was just like it added to the tension, to the layers, and it was one of my favorites. Like it was basically one of my favorites on the album, guys. And the lyrics were just as expressive as the title. Like it talks about being heartbroken by the worst partner you've met yet, and it encouraged like it also gave encouragement to ourselves to like we've been through this, we've been through worse, we've been through many things, like but we can grow from here. And I really liked that. Then we had Change featuring James Forturo, written by Tiwa James Forturo and Mr. Sugar, produced by James Forturo and Mr. Sugar also. So Change was the last track on the album.
and I know I'm supposed to do it for me, but this is for you.
So I really love the woodwinds and the instrumentals, and the dual harmonies carried the like track. Like Tiwa and James were like harmonizing, and just kiss. It felt like the ceiling to everything so far. Like the lyrics are talking about wanting to change to accommodate what the other person wants. She said, but like that's what the lyrics sounded like. But when I read her own version of what she thinks the lyrics is about, it's more like she said it's I love letter to God, and I telling God that she's willing to change to accommodate whatever he wants to, be the person for him.
This is proof, this is the proof.
And I really hope she gets the peace that she's seeking. So now let me give thoughts on this album because I've given many thoughts, but let's round it up. Let's round it up. The lyrics for the album was like it was mature, it was soulful, and it was good storytelling. Like it was immersive storytelling, it was good. And I mean, not fully immersive for some tracks, but it was still really good, sure. Then we have like the production. The production was mostly minimal because the vocals did a lot of the works, like for most of the track, which is R&B, The production did good, but like it let the vocal have had its like own time. You get what I'm saying? And it was like minimal, like it was right just for like R&B. The vocal production is where the magic was. Like the vocal production was whole you. Maestro Sugar, the executive producer, and who again was the Vanessa, and all the other producers on this track. See, I'm giving you people awards. Like, take this. They killed. They did it. They smoothened it. It was gold. Like the everything, the texture, everything was just giving. Like it was giving, like immerse me, like baptize me in this. Let me be like dunk into this. If you get what I'm saying, it's giving like when you fry donuts inside hot oil into like oil, and the donut just dinks like it dunks right into it, and it's covered by the oil. That's how it was given. Like I felt like I was in the middle of this sonical universe. And yeah, it was good. The production was good. Genuinely, like I really enjoyed the vocal production, which like yeah, it was smooth, it was balanced, and it was like magical, basically. Then we have the cohesion. Like the album was really cohesive in tone. Like the sonically, it was like it sounded like a body of work. Like it sounded like they all belonged on the same project. Some of the songs were not like all fully similar. I mean, she explored more than R&B. In fact, she explored different type of R&Bs. Like she did a little bit of like R&B, like soulful R&B. She did like modern R&B, like classic R&B, like the old in R&B's kind of sound. Then she also did like a little bit of Afro R&B mix. Like, yo, guys, she killed it. Like, it was really good. It was really good. And the best song for me, the songs I really liked was I'm Done. I really loved I'm Done, like the first track. And the other track I thought they were my favorite. Then one of the worst song, I'm so so sorry because like it's not like the song was bad per se or worse per se, but we shall have to pick one song to fill in this space. It should not be like, oh, you're just gassing everything up. So sorry for twisted. And just for that intro alone, just for that like intro and the beginning aspect of it alone, it was like one of my least favorite tracks. Then my own interpretation of the album versus like Tiwa's interpretation. So my interpretation is the album was perfect for like heartbreak. As in if you're going through heartbreak, if you need something to like just be if you need to be angry to like express that anger you feel, or just the solemnness that comes with like heartbreak, the album actually does a good job into like exploring all of that. And it's like this, it was also really open. Like if you actually are a busybody that wants to learn a little bit more into what Savage's love life, listen to the album, like genuinely, as they say, put it in the song. I actually did genuinely, like it was good. So like it tells that experience, like it was very introspective. But for her, she also thinks like the album was her most introspective work so far. Like she thinks it was very vulnerable, that it was our most vulnerable album so far. And she called it like healing and therapeutic, which I totally agree with. Like we are both on the same page with that, with what we think the album is about. So who is going to love this album? Mature mind, 90s, 2000s R&B lovers, you are definitely going to have your time with this album. Like you are going to. Who will not like this album? If you are a hardcore Afrobeat fan, as in a like say Portable na your vibe, or let's see like Davido is your go-to favorite artist or something. No, please, I'm going to review Davido's album next, so I'm not saying Davido music is bad. Please, I beg, don't hear what I did not say. I'm just saying if like proper Afrobeat is your own daily vibe, you're not gonna like this at all. And if you are like a dance pop lover, as in you want to be dancing, mm-mm. There's nothing that's gonna make you dance on this album. Maybe except you for me might make you dance, but like slow dancing safe. There's nothing that's gonna make you dance apart from you for me. Everything is very solemn. So yeah, if those are your vibe, check out Ellie. Check out Ellie. But genuinely give the album a chance. Give it a chance. You know? So my overall score of the album is actually yeah, I wrote 9/10, but I feel like that's like too perfect. Let me have more standards. I don't know. But genuinely, I think it was a 9/10 for me. Like because the album really was good. I love the vocal production so much, and that killed it all for me. The vocals, the layering, the background vocals. See, most of the tracks, the background vocals, hey, whoever laid those background vocals, Tiwa and the back and people that lay the background vocals like this, my love for you people, because you blessed my ears. You gave my ears something to like honey. Thank you, Eshe. You know, so the album has 15 tracks, I mean, as we've explored, and my thoughts on the album finally. So, the album was an emotional roller coaster. I personally don't believe romantic love is all life has to offer, and it's sad that some people feel incomplete without, romantic love. I'm not saying Tiwa I mean, I'm not insinuating that anyways, but she herself has said that she kind of doesn't feel completed because of the lack of romantic love. So I'm not exactly like saying this to be shady or evil. It's our words. So like for me, I would just say like love yourself, and love your family, which she does a lot. Like our son as is like one of the will I say greatest part of life for her, according to her. Like she says her son gives her the most joy. So like she seems to really love her family and her career also, which I really think is like amazing. Honestly, like just hearing the amount of heartbreak on the album, because like the kind of shaggy that you have to say to be able to write an album like this, hey. And just I listened to a lot of the interviews and I was just hearing some of the things that I has seen, and then the old thing that also happened years ago. If you guys remember the leak and how people reacted to that. Like it was just insane. Like she's actually been through a lot in her career, genuinely. And this album just felt like it was really personal, I guess. And I'm just going to say that she should, please like I mean I don't have to give her advice, like she's older than me. What else do I have to give her if you get what I'm saying? But just to drop my own thoughts, I would say that she should try to cherish herself more and know that love is not everything life has to offer, if you get what I'm saying. Like life, there is love in life. Love is really sweet and interesting, but genuinely, like you can have a full life without it, if you get what I'm saying. And also, like you can have fun sexually without being in a committed relationship like all the time, if you get what I'm saying. Like as a grown woman, you can have fun, enjoy your life. Stop letting those bad people play in your faces. Do like flip them all off. F them all. So yeah, that is my review for Two Savages. This one is personal. I'm going to come back with Davido's five, and then I also have a lot more albums in the making. You guys should let me know your favorite artist albums that you want me to review. As I said, for Oteo, Nigerian Rocko, Underground, though, everything. Just let me know. As long as it's a body of work, EP, LP, album, just let me know. I got you. So thank you so much for listening to the album review. It's my first time doing something like this, so it was a little bit chaotic, but I hope we can find the balance and get our own style as we go with this. I'm not going to stop social commentary. Genuinely, I already have a series planned for us to start in the new year after we're done with this album review thing. So you guys don't have to worry about that. If you don't like my music reviews, you can just clock in with us back for the social commentary thing. So let me know what you guys think about the album. Listen and come back to let me know what you think. which song was your favorite, which one did you like the least, what is your own rating, which of the songs touched you the most. Like, just let me know what you guys think. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me on TJ's View today. And guys, say bye to San and bye. Thank you. Love.